today's show, we do happen to have a new sponsor. Shout out to SeatGeek, who this show is brought to you by today. Y'all see the logo right above the homie's head over there. And for those of you that aren't familiar with SeatGeek, man, we talking about the top rated ticketing app in all the world. I mean, was it 28 million downloads? It's crazy. I mean, it's the one-stop shop for tickets. I mean, when you're talking about live events, we know we got big time action right here in Pittsburgh, baby, but not just on the football field. College hoops, we got daggone concerts coming to town, all type of things. I mean, it's a pretty dope situation. And I mean, they got this cool little app too, Deke. I don't know if you know this, Deke, but I want you to y'all see the app, right? What's the recently viewed event I got started up there? What's started up there?
You going to the P?
What's that over there, man? You know what I mean?
UNC?
Come on, man. Shout out. All right. Shout out. But, you know, if we're going to do it, Deke, if we're going to talk about them, we got to have a promo code. Y'all see it right there. It's MOATS. If you use that when you download the app on your first purchase, you will receive $20 off. It doesn't matter what ticket you get. And that's the other cool part. They tell you, hey, man, it's the high value seat, low value seat, whatever in between. But if you put that promo code in, you will get $20 off. So if y'all traveling to Pittsburgh, we know we got a couple of home games left. Rock out. We know college-wise, though, we got plenty of hoops action going on. And if y'all down for the concerts, I think Mariah Carey's coming to town. You know what I mean? Okay. One of them things, get your sing on or something like that. But either way, shout out the SeatGeek, all right?
Can you take me through your story with going to multiple colleges, coming out of high school? Like, it seemed like you were overlooked there, too, because you were a two-star. I only got offered Western Kentucky. So can you take me through your decision? I mean, obviously, I guess you're going to go to Western Kentucky if they're your only offer, but then going to Minnesota and then going to West Virginia. Can you take me through the story behind all those decisions?
Yeah, obviously, you know, I mean, only like you said, WKU was my only FBS offer. You know, I had two other FCS offers, you know, and my cousin went to Western Kentucky. So, you know, and they was winning and things like that. So I'm like, you know, I want to be able to, you know, not be too far from home, but be far enough, you know,
Yep.
family can come to games and things like that. And obviously that's the biggest offer that I had. So I'm like, okay, I got to make the most of this. And this was before the transfer portal. So I wasn't even thinking like, okay, boom, let's go. I'm going to go there, you know, do what I got to do.
You was a 4-year commit when you did it, huh?
Yeah, 5 years. Yeah, I knew I had some weight to pick up and obviously learning the defensive playbook and things like that. But you know, I did 4 years out there. You know, redshirted, played a little bit my redshirt freshman year, my redshirt sophomore year. My redshirt sophomore year was COVID, so I missed essentially the whole year. I had a concussion. Contact tracing was a big thing, so you was missing 2 weeks.
Oh,
you know,
I remember all about the contact trace. You know this person that got COVID and you was around like, oh, yo, for real? Oh.
Yeah, so that was a thing. So I missed like a few games with that, and it was crazy. But then, my last year at Western Kentucky in 2021, I was a full-time starter. I started, I think, like the first 6 games outside at playing corner, and then my DB coach was like, man, we need you, play in the slot. Like the best athletes play in the slot. And when you go to the league, that's where you're going to play. So, I did what I had to do. Had a pretty good year. Made first team All Conference USA defense, was honorable mention at kick returner. And then the coach, my DB coach was like, man, you done outgrew this place. So like, go,
that's respect.
yeah. And he told me, he's like, you're a Power 5 football player. You know what I mean? Like, so he was just giving me all of this confidence. And I'm a pretty confident guy, but he was giving me more confidence to, go see what's going on out there. And then, I got in the portal, and I had a lot of schools, talking to me and things like that. But I was on the last semester before graduating. They was like, just go back for the spring and graduate. And I was like, man, I'm trying to get up out of here. Coach told me I can't come back and all of this.
He said, I gotta go, man. I can't wait.
Yeah,
I'm like,
going to Minnesota, because in our reality, Minnesota was like the only school that was like, man, here, look, we'll take care of the school stuff. We'll get you out here. I'm like, all right, babe. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
even though I told myself, I'm like, man, I'm not going to play in the Big Ten. Like, I just came from it's not anything about the it's about the style of play. I just came from the Conference USA where they're throwing the ball. It's like air raid, you know what I
Yep.
mean?
Mm-hmm.
So
Yep.
I play DB. I'm not a safety, so it doesn't really matter. I mean, it matters. You know what I mean? I put on film that I can tackle, and I like to tackle, but
Mm-hmm.
I want to be able to, go get interceptions and pass deflections and all that kind of stuff. You know what I mean? And guard the best, the best athletes, not, all of these big bulky guys that can't really snap routes down and all of that kind of stuff. But that's what ultimately led me to Minnesota, and I didn't really enjoy my time there. Uh,
Damn.
my
I
role
like the
there
I
was
like the
like,
transparency, man. I like the transparency.
yeah,
Heck yeah.
yeah. My role there was different than what was described to me. When I was getting recruited. Obviously, like I told y'all that I was a returner, and I was obviously I'm not a young guy going through the process to where I'm like, man, coach, I need to be playing both ways.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, I'm like, okay, I got two requests. Like, I get the number 21, the number 20,
Gotta
the
get that
person.
dude
Listen,
sweat. All right.
come on, man. The person that had number 21, he was going to the NFL, right? And then the returner, like the return it like I'm like, okay, boom, like you know what I mean? Obviously some coaches don't like defensive guys carrying the ball and whatnot, but I put it on tape. I have tape out there, game tape. Not practice reps. I'm not
You better
talking about
you
practice.
better sell your punt return. I already know what you're doing. I already know. Sell it. Sell it to me, man.
Come on. I'm not one of those guys that's like, oh yeah, practice All American. I'm like, bro, I really did this, like have the accolades and stuff to show for it.
Mm-hmm.
But I get out there. I don't have number 21. They gave number 21 to a guy.
Oh, they couldn't
A
even
guy
do that. Damn. That is messed up.
The little things matter. I asked for 21,
Yeah,
and I want to return these
yeah.
punts, man.
Come on. I didn't ask for a lot, man. I ain't telling you to go play me on offense. I'm not telling you to go play me on offense. But yeah, a guy who didn't play, he didn't see the field at all. I'm not trying to down talk him, but like, you know what I mean?
Based on
I'm
what you
I'm
were
thinking
negotiating, yeah, I'm with you.
Yeah, I'm thinking the coach is gonna keep his word. I didn't ask for no money. I didn't ask for nothing. I just wanted the opportunity to play football, wear number 21, and show like, okay, this dude's he's a dynamic guy. He tackles, he covers well, and he can return kicks and
Yeah.
punts.
Why
But I mean,
21?
I didn't. Come on, man, Dion. Everybody loves
Prime
Dion. You know,
time,
come
baby.
on,
Prime
come
time.
on,
Talk your talk,
come
baby.
on.
Talk your talk,
You know,
man.
you gotta. It's a certain way of life, and I feel like he's like.
That's that guy.
I mean, he got as you know. What I mean, everybody kind of look up to him. And several other guys, obviously. But that was just like I'm like a dude who loves football, and like the older guys, you know what I mean, like the physical dudes, and Dion. He, obviously, somebody I wasn't old enough when he was, what I mean, in the league, but seeing highlights and things like that, I'm like, yo, like this could be me, but. Yeah. Anyways, that was how Minnesota went, and you know,
You couldn't get to the portal
yeah,
fast enough after
yeah,
that, huh?
yeah. Nah. So once the see, and I wasn't playing how I thought I was going to be playing. You know what I mean? The guys that they had in front of me, obviously great. One of them played Terrell Smith. He plays in the league for the Bears. The other one, he was coming off a tremendous freshman campaign. He was my roommate too. Justin Wiley. He's going to be entering the draft this year. But you know what I mean? I didn't come there to be like kind of rotating in and all of that kind of stuff.
Heck
So
no.
so I so after the season I knew and I kind of pretty much knew before I even like when they sent the schedule out, I knew like, yo, this is not where I'm supposed to be at. You know what I mean? Like it's crazy because of the kind of coach that I had when I was at Western Kentucky. You know what I mean? He treats you he treats you like grown man. Like he tells you like, you want to be a pro, I'm gonna treat you guys like pros. You know what I mean? Guys are gonna drink. They're gonna go out, whatever. Like, but don't come in the building like high or drunk or nothing like that. You know what I
Nothing
mean?
that's
Like,
gonna affect your on-field performance. Absolutely.
yeah. And there's stuff that you can apologize for, and it's only so much that I can help you with. And okay, guys understand that versus guys, you know what I mean? Like coach telling you, oh, you can't go out, you can't do this, you can't do that, and stuff like that. And I was like, man, and I'm kind of going on a rant,
But low key
the
though,
Great story.
but I like that though, man. And what he's telling y'all is real. I mean, hey, y'all can apologize for a lot. I can forgive a lot, but it's only to a certain extent. Then after that, it is on you
yeah,
guys. Yeah, that's real life, man.
yeah. So I'm going from that to like basically, coach is telling us don't do this, don't do that. Like basically trying to hold our hands.
Yeah.
And I'm like, what? I'm 21 or 22 at the time. I'm like, man, nah, this. I'm not.
I'm past
I
that.
can. I'm not. I'm not. Yeah, yeah. Like this is different. And you know how winter workouts are, man. Like dudes get it in the morning, right? And
Mm-hmm.
so like this is basically like your only time before like spring ball and all of that stuff rolls around. That you essentially a regular. You kind of like a
That's about the
regular
only
student.
time you get to be a regular guy. Yep.
You know what I mean? So like, bro, we was working out. Like depending on if you was offense or defense or how it was set up. Like, bro, you was literally getting done. Okay, if offense go up first, then defense really ain't working out, or you're not getting done to get home to about 7, 8 o'clock. And
Oh, he doing y'all
I'm
dirty.
like,
He was doing y'all
I'm
dirty.
like, yo, I ain't got no business, bro. Because I'm calling my guys, because I just transferred, man, and I'm calling my guys from Western Kentucky. I'm like, yo, like, what y'all got going on? Man, I've been at home. I've been playing the game. I done finished all my homework, all of this and that.
My dog
And
say 7 o'clock.
I'm in the facility, bro. I'm in the facility, about to start the workout. Not even finished, just about to start. I'm like, yeah, nah, this ain't for me.
Not at all. Not at all. No, you
But
end up
yeah,
at
so
West Virginia though, right? So how we get there, man?
yeah. So after the season, like I knew, you know what I mean. I didn't want to be like, oh, right after the season, I'm in the portal. I had to graduate and stuff, so I'm like, man, I'm gonna wait. Then I did the workouts all the way up into mat drills, and then I told him, I'm like, yo, I'm out of here.
He say, yo, I'm
I
not
just
doing
finished.
that with you guys. All right, I'm cool.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I finished that up. I'm like, man, yeah, I'm not finna go through mat drills with y'all, put all of this work in, and y'all not even finna be my teammates next year. But nah, so I told him I was going in the portal, and then obviously I had a lot of offers and stuff. Like a lot of people talked to me and stuff in the portal. But it ended up coming down between Louisville and West Virginia,
Ooh,
and
okay.
I was like, man,
Back to the
to go
crib.
home, yeah, to
Yeah.
go home and play in front of the crib, or to go to West Virginia, like, and for me, ultimately, I ended up seeing when I went to Minnesota, I'm seeing like all the resources that Power Five schools have, and I'm like, man, like West Virginia's resources is killing Louisville's. You know what I mean? I'm like, bro, we got what? We do. They got okay, sleep rings, red light bed. What is that? You know what I mean? Like cryotherapy chambers. What? And it's all free. Okay, bet. And it's in the facility. And then what else told me was, man, they had some good food out there in the cafeteria. We don't gotta share. We don't gotta share no cafeteria with no other sports, no
Oh,
students,
they got their
nothing.
own joint, like
Yeah,
exclusively for football. Yeah, that's big
yeah.
time.
So everything is in the facility. And the strength coach, he coached my trainer from back home in college. So I was like, okay, boom, I trust him. You know what I mean? And then they ended up West Virginia ended up doing like a little picture thing that showed, okay, pass attempts per game, passing yards per game, whatever, how many guys is coming back from each team and all of this and that. I was like, oh, okay, bet. We're going to the Big 12. You know what I mean? And Pac-Man Jones was there on my
Shout
visit.
out
I'm
to
like,
Pac-Man. That's a
okay.
dog from up there too. Yeah.
Yeah, yeah. So I'm like, yo, yeah, we going to West Virginia, man. And obviously, guys, we can't forget about Tavon with one of the
Facts.
probably
Facts.
the greatest college football highlight ever. You know what I
I
mean?
mean, it's
So
Tavon, man. Everybody know,
I'm
like
like,
West Virginia has some dudes, man.
man, and I'm like, man, I want. So I'm trying to get one. Obviously, somebody else already had one, but I'm like, yo, let me take you. Let me take these pictures. Let me put these all gray unis on. You know what I mean? But so that's how I ended up. That's how I ended up going there.